The United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change, UNFCCC, invited all parties to open-ended informal consultations after a standoff emerged between the negotiating blocs. Developing countries want the Conference of Parties to agree on a two-track system that will see the adherence of the Kyoto Protocol, while at the same time considering long-term agreements on emissions reduction. On the other hand, the EU and the developing world are promoting the replacement of Kyoto with an entirely new agreement.
The chairperson of COP15 did not allow all of us to raise our concern around the unequal treatment of the Kyoto Protocol.
Kyoto was signed by 193 nations, and it is a binding document, and we want it implemented.
But time is running out as the heads of state jet in 3 days.
We have to advise our heads of governments whether to come or to stay at home.
Slowly dimming the possibilities of a legal agreement.
It could be a question of give and take. How much are they willing to accept that the two tracks be separated, that people can talk more political, long-term cooperative action issues and leave aside the specific commitments in terms of compensation and in terms of financial commitments.
But the leaders say they will remain united.
We join our brothers and sisters in Africa. We join other people of goodwill to reform this world and remove the dangers of climate change.
And while the ministers were meeting, outside, a crowd had gathered to stand in solidarity with the African continent.
Kenya's recent proposal has been very impressive, and this is why we encourage people to know about it.
The developing countries, including G77 plus China, are seeking a commitment on payments for emissions, which the latter are reluctant to accept. They also want specific amounts of money for adaptation and mitigation. It's now an open secret that as far as the developing countries are concerned, they don't see a legally binding agreement. The stalemate between developed and developing countries has led into open-ended informal consultations, and how the matter is resolved will make or break COP15. Rosalia Opondo at the Bella Center, Copenhagen.